Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We've got another legend style video lined up for you guys today. And of course, like it'll be the Super Bowler Smash. The army link will be in the description as always. You're probably wondering why my trophies are also so low, despite of the thumbnails always having like such high trophy counts. So basically I had taken a break on both of my accounts and I did not really attack on one of the days, so I lost I think like 200 odd trophies on both the accounts, and I'm just having to recover from that now. But yeah, that's about it. If you guys do enjoy this video, do feel free to give me some feedback by dropping a like, maybe give me some feedback or criticism in the comments. And if you find yourself coming back pretty often, feel free to share these videos with your fellow clashers and even subscribe to the channel. But yeah, that's it. Let's just get into our plans and our attacks that we had for some of the bases. Alright, so we've got a Town Hall 16 that doesn't really have its merge defenses. I know, like, it would have been a bit tougher if it did have the merge defenses, obviously. But I'm just gonna pause the base over here. This is, I would say, a teaser like box base. The Town Hall is definitely very exposed, and there are quite a few ways we can probably take this base down. So what some things we can maybe do is we can consider like a queen charge on the Town Hall, and then we can try to have the bowlers come in over here or something like that, right? But actually on these teaser style boxes, I would not recommend queen charging the Town Hall. Like, the Town Hall is deliberately exposed to this extent because the entire area is like very trapped, you could say. Like, it's pushed right against the boundary of the wall of the base layout. So overall there could be many complications. Like, you can even see how there's many open walls around over here. Like, this is trying to make it as difficult for you as possible to queen charge. And honestly, we don't really need to go that route, because if we look at the core compartment over here, it's giving us access all the way through, and if we just have a jump over here, we will have access to the Town Hall. We just need some way to handle the scatter shots on both the flanks. So what can we do on this base? Like, it's a very, I would say this is still one of the easier bases out there. Like, maybe what I can do is I can just simply have like a flame flinger to funnel this corner, and instead of having a flame flinger funnel out this corner, what I was thinking was I can just have the flame flinger to cut out this area of the base as well. So we can create like this much of the base carved out with the help of the warden and the flame flinger. Now, why I'm suggesting we do that, it's because if I had the flame flinger to funnel out over here, my Yetis would be dumped right into the enemy queen, or on the left side it would be the royal champion, and they are definitely not going to be able to grab the scatter shot. There's no way that they grab the scatter shot. And moreover, like, I don't really need a very deliberate funnel, because it's easy to actually take away these buildings over here. So I can make my bowlers walk in through this open corner pretty easily. It's entirely because the funnel on this area is very easy to make. So I'm just gonna resume the video over here. Let's just see that in action really quick. So as I was saying, like, the warden walk, I'm trying to place it I'm trying to place my warden a bit to the side, just because I want him to grab the royal champion as well. So that should completely create the plan to get rid of this entire area of the base, both the warden and the flame flinger. And I did not know that this Tesla farm was going to be right over here. So that's actually going to be good for us, because the flame flinger can grab all of this value really easily. And you can see I've just managed to pull out all 5 of the Teslas, and this flame flinger is going to get some amazing value. So yeah, I'm just gonna let the warden and flame flinger do their thing for a while. You can see I've started the baby dragon. It sadly hit a black mine, but overall it's still not going to be very difficult to create this funnel. You'll see in just a minute over here. So yeah, the Yeti is tanking the mortar for the flame flinger. Over here I've started the king, and now the king is actually going to roam around like this and he's going to be able to handle this entire side all by himself. So you can see how this is shaping up pretty nicely. Like there's nowhere else the bowlers can really go. Like the funnel is so tight. And now I can just pop a wall breaker. Like sure, the bowlers will walk around for a little bit of time, but again the funnel is so tight they have nowhere to go. And yeah, there's absolutely nothing else that the bowlers can do except walk right into the core. And you can see like the flame flinger is continuously just chipping away at the back end of the base. And yeah, overall this is looking pretty good. The king went all the way to the scatter shot. The bowlers, so now I'm just going to pause it over here to talk about the jump positioning a little bit. So now I can see that the flame flinger is definitely getting the scatter shot, and I also noticed that the king is going to definitely get the scatter shot. Even if he didn't, I was planning on sending my royal champion like this anyway. So I was sure that the flame flinger was going to grab this area because the mortar did not hit the flame flinger at all. And I was planning on having the royal champion go here anyway, so that means I can have a jump focused only for the core. Suppose one of the flanks were not going to take the scatter shot down, I would have maybe placed my jump a bit to the side like this, so that maybe a few troops could decide to leak towards the scatter shot and then come back and join the rest of the group over here. But since that's not the case, I can have a nice jump that's meant to only take the town hall down, and I've only just now popped my warden ability for this teaser end, which is very difficult in terms of damage. Like you can see it has like a lot of storages, but again like those bowler bounces can just delete everything instantly. And overall that's a nice triple for us. Again, I'm sure having the merge defenses would have made this base a lot more difficult, but I don't think it would have stopped us with this plan. We still had our royal champion ability, she was at full health, queen ability with full health, and two freezes were swagged on this base. So yeah, let's just get to the next one. So this is again a very boxy base, and it's very teaser heavy, I would say. You can find these kind of teaser style bases pretty common at mid lower legends, I would say, and these kind of bases end up being a barrier for many players. Usually if you can start finding the cracks to bases like these, you can get out of lower legends, mid legends, and start climbing upwards of say 5600 trophies. So we're just gonna help you guys like go through bases like this and figure out what you can do. So obviously like you can see like there's many layers of walls to keep cutting through like this, and it's not going to be viable to use like wall breakers or a flame flinger to kind of push through this. So it's obviously also not possible for me to queen charge the town hall. Like there's way too much damage, all the heroes are there, and it's not direct access into the town hall. Plus I'm sure this entire area is filled with all sorts of traps to make my life much more difficult for me. So that being said, we can see like the base is definitely extremely compact. Like if we have bowlers accessing the entire base, this is going to be a very easy deal for us. So what you can actually do on this base is just have a log launcher to break this specific wall open. So that will give us access to like this much. Like I'm going to mark it using a different color for you guys so it becomes a bit more clear. So if we can maintain access for the bowlers in just like this much of space, you can see like the rage diameter is more or less the size of these compartments as well. So it becomes easy to predict the bowler pathing, it becomes easy to help our bowlers out with rages as and when they need it. And then of course we're going to try to save our king and warden ability for as we get closer to this area over here. But what's important is noting that you need a log launcher for this base, because there's no way for me to honestly begin from this side somehow. I cannot queen charge it, I cannot drop a flame flinger because of the invisibility tower right over there, and overall it's just a lot of risk. And of course there's like 5 builder huts as well with the rage tower to increase the healing amount. So simple plan, simple start. We'll just use some wall breakers to open like these 2 compartments. Of course I'm going to use the third wall breaker to break open like this other third intersection inside, and I just plan on keeping the bowlers more or less within those areas. I'm thinking I'm going to just have the queen kind of roam around over here like that. There's no reason for her not to roam around. I think I dropped that one healer by mistake. There's no particular reason I did it. I think I was just moving around the screen to kind of look at the rest of the base. But you can see how the queen is doing such a good job funneling. Like, there's no chance that the bowlers will even try to look towards this side of the base. So there's no chance of that happening at all. The bowlers are going to stay strictly within this lane that I'm trying to create. And even the warden didn't really have to do much, but sadly I didn't keep an eye on his health. I dropped the rest of the healers very late on him, and I've lost my warden ability once again at the very start of the attack. Like, the bowlers they're not even inside the base. I've already lost my warden ability, so we're just gonna have to deal with it now. So yeah, you can see the power of those bowler bounces. It's they're just so good for any sort of compact bases. Like, they can dish out insane amounts of damage. They're not even raised up right now. I'm trying to save most of my spells for this area of the base, and you can even see I've just dropped my royal champion behind because there's nowhere else for her to really go. And yeah, that giant gauntlet, the rage spells, the royal champion joining in with her diggy, overall not much the base can really do. So even the king is gonna act like a bowler right now. You can see the giant gauntlet is doing amazing splash damage. The bowlers also have those good bounces. But what's important is I managed to keep my bowlers in a very strict path all the way to the town hall. What is especially important is that I managed to give them access through the entire base and actually get them to the town hall. So even if my log launcher had not opened these walls, I still had my jump left for the very end. And there's not really much else for me to really take care of on this base. I just needed them to have the clean path to the town hall. I did not need any spells in this area of the base. I saved all of them for mostly the end, and you can see it's working out pretty well. Considering that I lost my warden ability at the very start, the fact that I'm still able to do this on such a toxic ending, I would say it's good for us. Like, yeah. So another triple for us, and I think this is the first time I've used a log launcher in a very long time in one of these videos. So do keep an eye out for when you want to switch your siege machines. It's definitely good to identify certain spots. Yes, I do try to squeeze a flame finger on most of my attacks, but sometimes when the situation demands it, you need to identify when to learn to switch your machines and use what's best for the base. So yeah, on to the next one. So we've got an anti-2 style setup over here. It's a decently upgraded Town Hall 16, I would say. I don't see any merge archer towers, but the ricochet cannons are definitely there. And it's usually these bases that make it difficult for super bowler smashers to kind of exceed, because you can see that the heavy defenses are spread outside the Town Hall compartment. Definitely going to make this a bit more challenging. But the fact that the base is so spread out actually allows us to use our spells a lot more, you could say, spaced out. And because again, like, it is a very spread out base, I can afford to kind of just spam my troops, because I can easily overwhelm any particular section of the base. Like, there's no way that the defenses can do more damage as compared to pretty much everything I have just attacking the base all at once. So again, we're going to have to figure out a path through the base. We're going to have to figure out a way to take the town hall down, and we also need to figure out which siege machine to use. So yeah, this base is so spread out, like, it doesn't really matter if we get like insane value from a siege machine or not. Like, you've seen on some of my earlier videos, I try to squeeze my flame flinker in areas where it can just grab like 2 entire compartments all by itself, and it does a wonderful job doing that as well. But on the spread out bases, more than getting insane value, it's good if it can just handle a particular section of the base, irrespective of whether it's a good defense or not. So what I was thinking was, like, I see that this ground X-bow is pretty out in the open. If I started a warden walk over here, eventually I can have the X-bow targeting the warden. And because the entire base has these open corners, I also know that I can break this wall, because the wall breakers are not going to target anything in particular. Like, because literally the entire base is open, I can definitely target like these walls over here. And what I was planning on doing is I can just have a warden block coming in like this, and I can push like along that direction, and that should also allow me to have a flame flinger for just this area. Again, not very crazy value, but if you look at the larger picture, what we're doing is we're removing this much of the base with our warden walk, and we're hoping this much of the base gets removed with our flame flinger, and all that's left is for us to kind of just walk around the base. Again, I have mentioned that I want to do a spammy style of approach, so rather than thinking of it as something very surgical, you can imagine it more along the lines of something like this, where I'm going to be sending my queen, my king, all of my bowlers, and kind of just have them attack the base as a wave. And you're going to see that in action over here really quick, because there's no way that these defenses can keep up with just me literally spamming my troops. I'm not even kidding. All I need to do is deploy all my bowlers on the same spot so that the healers can actually heal them, but my heroes can be very spread out from where my bowlers are coming in, and that should actually help the healing quite a bit. So yeah, now I'm just again, like, I'm just dropping like barbarians and stuff to kind of pull out the traps. It's good that we found this Tesla over here, and as I was saying, like, the wall break to break that compartment open, so I just need this much of the base gone from the warden. That should set me up to start rotating around like this with the rest of the smash. And I'm going to zoom out a bit so we can kind of see how the spammy style of smash is going to start coming in. So yeah, let's just wait for a little bit. Now I'm aware that this is around the time I want to start the smash, so you'll see my queen and my king starting to come in to try to clear out some of the trash over here. And yeah, as I was saying, like, my queen is up over there. I've raised my warden up just so I can handle the top side a little bit better up over there. And you can see how it's slowly shaping up such that my bowlers can come in over here, and the king should go down, the queen should start going up and around over here. So yeah, now that the funnel is being set really nicely, I can just jump the bowlers into the core. There's nowhere else for them to really go. I've dropped the skeleton spell because we had the enemy queen, royal champion, and the single inferno over there. And honestly, the bowlers don't need to get much more than the town hall. Like, if they manage to do that, then it's already over. Like, I've even popped my warden ability so late, like literally as the town hall is exploding, because there's no damage anywhere on the base. I can literally wait for the town hall to go down. It's not like there's any damage while I'm approaching the town hall. So I've literally just spammed everything. You can see even my royal champion. So I literally just dropped my queen over here, king over here, and as they walked in over here, my royal champion just came in, and I just let everybody do whatever it is that they wanted to, and this base just evaporated. So yeah, try to identify, like, don't be scared of spamming your troops on more spread out bases. It's the only way you can take them out. Otherwise, you're gonna find a lot of defenses targeting you from multiple different areas, and then you don't even have access to them. So it can be very, very troublesome. And the only way to handle it is by literally spamming your smash. Just make sure your bowlers are together and they have a defined path, but the rest of your heroes can roam around the entire base, do whatever they want. You will get that triple. Alright, I'll get one more attack for you guys in this video, and then we'll call it a wrap after that. Okay, so this is also a diamond base that was pretty popular at Town Hall 15 actually. And let's just have a look. The rage tower is not really updated to handle the new defense radiuses, but the layout can still be pretty challenging, and they've introduced this invis tower for the town hall. So I believe one crack that I used to do earlier is to have like a yeti for the barbarian king with the headhunter, and then I can just snipe the town hall with the flame flinger. So obviously that crack is not going to work now that we have this invisibility tower over here, and we need to consider like a different method of handling this now. So before attacking this base, I was just thinking about how the poison duration nerf came in for the town hall, and I think they reduced the duration by like 4 seconds. And I was just thinking like, hey, I have the enemy heroes over here as well, so they're gonna take some time to kind of kill, and I can probably just do like the queen charge entry at the town hall, and I can join in the bowlers honestly. So that means I just need to have like this area funneled out, and similarly like on the top side I just need to funnel out these areas, and maybe I can queen charge the town hall. Suppose the queen walks a bit to the right like this, I can just join in the bowlers like this, and I can just jump over here, and they should be able to bounce out very well onto all of these defenses over here. Of course we will leave this line of like X-bows and the eagle artillery on the back end, but I was just thinking of kind of like helping myself out a little bit by dropping the flame flinger over here, so that should cut at least this much of the base. I'm not expecting it to do anything crazy, but if you see the path that will be left, it's just going to be like this much of the base if all of it goes to plan. So overall my smash will be taking most of the damage from the X-bows. I was thinking I can just have the royal champion kind of go around and help take out most of the X-bows in the meantime. So that is more or less the setup I had thought about for this base, and let's just see how it goes. Again, we have the multi-archer tower over here. We need to be careful with the ranges. I tried to deploy the queen at a time where she could fight the king such that the headhunter would not be targeted, and yeah, this is looking good so far. So just yeah, I froze that a little late, I'm well aware, but again, like it doesn't, like the queen is not gonna get into danger too much because the enemy heroes are right there. So that's good for us. And you can see I've dropped the king at the bottom, I've dropped the flame flinger on the right side, just pop the king ability, why not? Like he's going to be sacrificed anyway for the sake of the funnel. His splash damage can quickly create that funnel that we need, and you can see everybody is joining up very well. So yeah, the ice golem should freeze over here, and we don't need too much from the jump spell because the queen can reach all of this even though the bowlers can't. I'm just gonna hope that some raged bowler bounces kind of go around and help me do whatever I want a bit faster, and you can see that happening right over here. Like look at those bounces, it's actually crazy. So overall we're not looking too bad, and I was saying like I want the royal champion to kind of help from the top side. Those bowler bounces can even damage those X-bows from the core. They're just targeting walls. Like I'm not expecting them to do any of this. I'm just helping my queen out to give her access to support my royal champion over there, and overall you can see this is shaping up very well. The plan has worked. You can definitely start queen charging town halls even on like diamond style bases now. The poison nerf is quite useful for this entry style. You can join your bowlers very soon. You don't have to worry about your healers starting to take damage from the town hall poison anymore, and overall it's just much easier. Like we pretty much have a royal champion charge honestly, and our flame flinger yetis are going to come out and help us over here as well. So yeah, there's not really much that can stop us. I still have my royal champ ability, she still has a diggy as well, and yeah, that one expo at the end can't really stop us now. So I wouldn't say it's an easy triple, but definitely it's just an experiment I tried out. And if you do enjoy the queen charge kind of super bowler smash on the town hall, then I would recommend trying to do this approach a lot more on these style of bases. Like sure, I usually queen charge on some box style bases, but I'm saying it's very possible even on like these diamond style bases now, because most of the damage is usually spread around closer to town hall like this on your diamonds. So if you can get that good access from the town hall into the heavy parts of the damage, definitely go for it. You just need a very cheap queen charge. That is definitely something you need to look out for, because you need the rages for your bowlers. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here for this video. Again, if you guys did enjoy this video, please do feel free to give me some feedback by either leaving a like or a comment. If you guys feel I can do something better on these videos, feel free to also provide some criticisms. I do appreciate it. It does help me understand what to do better to help you guys. And that's about it. If you guys enjoyed it that much, you find yourself coming back every now and then to my videos, feel free to just drop feel free to hit that subscribe button, maybe share with your fellow clashers. It's all just to help me out as a content creator. So yeah, that's all for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.